the mystery behind goldfish fins, from gold to white, broken bones, and the riddle of the segment line. Today we're going on a journey you might never have imagined. Look at that goldfish. Take a look at its fins. Behind that golden glow lies another world full of mystery, engineering, and the genius of natural architecture. Today, I invite you to dive deeper into the microscopic wonders of goldfish fins. Part 1. Fin maps and functions, not just paddles. Goldfish have 5 types of fins, each with its own distinct function. First, look above its back at the beginning of the video. There's the dorsal fin. Its function. Its primary function is to prevent the fish from rolling or swerving while swimming straight. Next to its head, there's a pair of pectoral fins. These are its master maneuvers. They're used for turning, braking suddenly, and even swimming slowly backward. Moving down to the belly, there's a pair of pelvic fins. These are assistant stabilizers. They help the dorsal and pectoral fins maintain height and balance. Near the anus, before the tail, is the anal fin. It doesn't seem like much at first glance, does it? But its function is crucial, maintaining stability during fast swimming. It ensures the back of the body remains straight and stable, and most visible, of course, is the caudal fin. This is its primary propulsion engine. With its forked shape, each flap of the tail pushes water backward and propels the fish forward. The caudal fin also serves as the primary rudder during sharp turns. Part 2. The magic membrane. Why isn't IT like a finger? Now, take a closer look at the beginning of the video. Between the fin rays is a thin, transparent, plastic-like layer. That's the fin membrane. The fin membrane unites the separate rays into one solid, broad paddle surface. With this membrane, every small movement of the fin produces a powerful water jet, saving energy and making swimming incredibly efficient. It's made of a special skin tissue, reinforced by flexible yet strong collagen fibers. It can withstand enormous water pressure without tearing. Part 3. The mystery of the broken bones, mini-chain architecture. The fin bones that we once thought were smooth and intact turned out not to be so. Under a microscope, they appeared broken. There were lines like cracks along the bones. These are called segments in lepidotrichia, the scientific name for the fin rays of bony fish. So, each fin ray is not actually a single long bone, but rather composed of dozens, even hundreds, of small segments connected to each other, much like a chain. Why is it designed this way? The answer lies in the word flexibility. If a fin ray were simply a rigid, hard bone, it might be strong, but if it were subjected to lateral pressure or had to bend, it would break. Nature solved this problem by making it segmented. Each segment is a small bone connected by flexible connective tissue. As a result, the fin ray can bend and twist freely, following the water flow without breaking. Part 4. The disappearing gold illusion. Where is the pigment hidden? Look, when we look at the fins of a goldfish from the outside, either with the naked eye or through a regular camera lens, the fin bones are a bright golden yellow, aren't they? Very beautiful, very striking. But when we look at them under a microscope, the golden color disappears. The fins, the rays, the bones, all turn pale white, like bones in general. Where did the golden color go? The golden yellow color we have always seen does not come from the fin bones at all. Fish bones, just like our bones, are made of a calcium phosphate matrix that is naturally white. There is no gold there. So, where does the golden color come from? The answer is in the skin. In the very thin, transparent layer of skin that covers the entire fin, there are special pigment cells called chromatophores. These cells contain carotenoids. Goldfish get these carotenoids from their food. This transparent skin containing carotenoid pigments acts like a filter or a yellow glass that encloses the white bones. Part 5. Why are the bones not uniform? Front-back design. Now, let's examine a fin as a whole. Look at the bony rays. Are they all the same size? Apparently not. Why not just make them uniform? Isn't that simpler? The short, stiff front rays act as water breakers, dividing the water flow, reducing drag and chaotic turbulence, allowing the water to flow more smoothly as it passes behind the fin. Once the water is neatly divided, the long, flexible rear rays come into play. They can bend and spring, pushing the organized water backward with great efficiency, generating maximum thrust. Part 6. The double line puzzle, viewpoint illusion or secret structure. In one fin, each vertebra is demarcated by a single solid line, but when we look at the other fin, we suddenly see two parallel lines on each vertebra. Imagine a hose cut vertically into two concave sections, then placed side by side to form a single tube. That's the hemisegment. There's a left hemisegment and a right hemisegment. Now, when we look at these segments from the side or from the front, we might only see the outer wall of one hemisegment, so the boundary appears as a single line. But when we look directly above or below, allowing us to look into the gap between the two hemisegments, we'll see both inner boundaries at once, appearing as two parallel lines. Part 7. The winding lines, traces of history in the bones. Take a closer look. Let's focus on the lines of the segments. Many of them are wavy, slightly curved, and some are even misaligned with the lines above or below them. There are two main reasons for this phenomenon. The first is biological growth. The fin rays grow from base to tip, adding new segments. The second is mechanical stress. Imagine, throughout its life, the fin is constantly bending, resisting the water current, propelling the fish through maneuvers. Over time, this repeated stress causes the bone matrix to micro-adjust, creating a wavy contour. And there you have it, my friends. A journey from the naked eye to the unseen world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, as this video can spark people's curiosity about the world around them. See you again.